Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to MiamiComedy.com. I'm your host, Manny Garavito, and tonight I'm in Wynwood. Wynwood is an area in Miami that every corner you walk into is covered in art, whether it be a mural or an art gallery, and you can even witness some out-of-towners getting drunk watching the art. It's an amazing location that our city has to offer. And on this video, we have the honor of interviewing Wynwood's very own Mr. Renda Writer, a proclaimed and well-known artist in the area. Now, Renda is going to be featured on our Art Basel event Wednesday, November 30th at SHOTS. People going out clubbing on a Sunday night in Miami. It's a regular. Nobody cares if they got to work tomorrow. Doesn't matter. Fuck your job. You know, I know a lot of people that hooked up and actually started a family after meeting at a nightclub, and I always wonder how they have to explain to their kids when they want to find out, Daddy, how did you meet Mommy? Well, I was at a nightclub VIP because that's how Daddy do. And then I see your mother walking in and we locked eyes and we knew it was love at first sight because the mollies were kicking in. In other words, I fucked up, son. Hey, what's going on? Shake it, shake it, shake it. I'm out here waiting for Renda Writer to get down from painting his mural. He's actually working on something now as we speak. He was kind enough to invite me and, witness the work in progress. Believe it or not, I've actually known Renda Writer for a very, very long time. As a matter of fact, I knew Renda when I first started doing comedy. He used to host a lot of poetry rooms and he did a couple of stand-up bits as well. And now he's just launched himself to be such an amazing artist here in Wynwood. He's really been working on his craft. He's one of the better known artists here. And I've been following him for a long time and he knows what he's doing. He's selling art pieces, he's working on stuff now. Let me see if I can get him for this interview though. Seems quite busy. All right, we got the famous Mr. Renda Writer. Yeah, Renda, what's going on?
Hello there, world.
Thanks,
hey Manny,
man.
what's going on?
Thanks for inviting me while you're working on your mural.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
So I was talking earlier how when I first started doing comedy, you used to run a lot of open mics and poetry rooms.
Yeah.
What made you transition from that to what you're doing now? Life. All right, second question.
Life itself. No, I mean, I give the one-word answer at first because it's the truth, but I will expand on it. Life itself is literally what allows me to transition from one thing to the next. From doing poetry, writing poetry, to recording poetry, to performing poetry, to hosting events, to producing events and promoting events, to doing a magazine about artists, to hanging with artists, to combining my poetry in a visual way, to making myself visual, to becoming an artist, to doing a mural, to exhibiting at your event.
Right.
So that is life.
Right.
It's life. It's what I would call it's a natural progression. Just like there's seasons, inevitably every year, winter, spring, summer, fall. It's the same thing, in life. Because the time you're talking about hosting open mics, like 10 years ago, I started hosting open mics in like 05. Really, I started hosting and I hosted a lot through 2010. 11-ish.
Do you ever miss doing those Irish pubs and beer houses that we were in the middle of nowhere? I think we once did a show right next to a Publix. We did the Mac House on Davie.
Well, if you're
some
in South
Irish
Florida,
place.
Yeah, if you're in South Florida, you have to do a show.
Anywhere that's got a stage, we've got to take care of that, right? We got to go on.
It's a rite of passage.
Well, do you miss it at all? Because I don't, to be honest. I'm glad I'm out of that.
Everything in life, I miss it a little, and I don't miss it a little. You know what I mean? There's another, general answer, but it's deep. It's the general. That's where the depth comes from. The looking at life, stepping back and making a generalization, kind of, from what you've learned, applying what you've learned. But so I would say I miss it a little, and I don't. You know what I mean?
Those rooms were
Made
rough.
me who I am, you know, brought me here today.
Right.
But I don't like miss it. Like, damn, I wish I was hosting an open mic at an Irish pub in a public shopping center right now instead of writing on a mural. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, how would you
it's
describe?
never that literal.
How would you describe your art pieces? I like the idea that it's words and you ram the word into a piece itself, like when you zoom out and
Yeah.
then when you zoom in. How would you describe it?
Well, I call myself a handwritten artist. And what I do, I call handwritten art. So basically, it's like my own genre I created, you know, and labeled and made such, you know, and I'm the main person in it. I am the handwritten artist.
But you also used to write poetry.
Yeah, and still do. So that's what it is. It's handwritten art. It's about the word, both how it looks and what it says.
Nice.
So it still is poetry. It's just the visual side, and some of it is simplified. You know, if I do a mural and I write one phrase over and over, of course that's only one phrase, but one phrase can be a poem. You know, there are some poems that are 5 words. You know, or one line is technically a poem.
You as a poetry writer, you must know the power of just one word and how it can change one concept and idea, and it just becomes this big catalyst.
Yeah.
How would you describe that process?
Fun.
Magical.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would describe it like that. Yeah, you know, that process is real and fun, and real fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. There is power in words. The words you say, the words you write, the words you use in conversation, the words you use to describe yourself, like the statement "I am." Whatever you say after that defines you. So when you say "I am tired," you have opened up the door in your brain to be tired.
To see that concept.
Yeah, exactly.
And roll with it.
Totally.
It's kind of
So
like
now-
how they say don't think of a pink elephant, but since you said pink elephant,
Now what are you seeing?
you're seeing a
yeah.
pink elephant.
So
That's why I admire your artwork. I actually think that angle is very original. I dig
totally.
it.
And so that's what I'm writing here. I am love. Like, so there you go. That's what I am. That's what I'll be. And I'll write that a billion times until I totally become it.
Recently, you went on a tour called the World Peace Tour. You went on a couple of cities internationally.
Yeah.
What was your experience like doing that?
Well, it's the World Peace Mural Tour. And technically, I'm still on it. You know, like I would have talked about it in the past tense. I'm still on it, kind of. But I did start the idea as only 5 cities. And I have hit those 5 cities. But the reason it's ongoing now is because before even finishing those 5 target cities, I decided I want to do this for the rest of my life. So it's just an ongoing project. It's the tour is my life is the tour. You know, and vice versa.
I think if you want, you can get on camera. It's all right.
No, I don't want to. I'm just kidding.
Well, you're on camera now.
I am.
Oh.
Okay, Wynwood, you never know what to expect.
I'm
Yeah, we're
sorry.
doing it. No, it's
Oh my
all
God,
right.
I'm so sorry.
You could be an audience member.
I'm Brazilian? No.
I didn't realize the camera. Wait, it's literally going. Oh, my voice is in it. Fuck.
I probably do.
I need you to sign a waiver saying
A lot
that.
of internet things.
So tell us, where can we find you, Renda? Where can we find your artwork?
Well,
How
for
we
the
get
next
contact?
for the next week at least, you could find me right here on 23rd Street, somewhere right here.
You're gonna do this whole wall with
You
art.
should probably be standing in front of my wall instead of
Yeah,
this guy's
but
wall.
it's blank.
No, I feel you. Yeah.
I would have to angle it upwards to get your art.
No, but the blue is like signature. You know what I'm saying? Even just in front of the blue wall.
You heard it here
Same.
first. This blue wall behind us is gonna be
Signature.
the canvas
Yeah.
for Renda Writer's masterpiece.
I mean, I'm not bored. It's a long one. It's fine, man. I'm having fun.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Any card? And the dirty finger. Look at that. I'm touching the button. Give you the dirty finger. But you can find me on rendawriter.com. You can also find me at worldpeacemuraltour.com. Instagram at Renda Writer.
So Renda's gonna be on the November 30th show, which is a Wednesday night, 7 p.m. It's an art-themed show called LMAO, Laugh My Art Off at SHOTS in Wynwood. Make sure you click the link, RSVP. It's an absolutely free show. Let us know you're coming. We'll hook you up. We'll give you a great time. There's going to be a comedy intermission right after the exhibition, and then we're going to be auctioning off some art pieces, right, Renda?
Including a Renda Writer original, yes.
An original.